Hey, Dusharmo, did you turn your beer?
Let me change your mind.
Require my assistance? Dingo! We're gonna be rich.
I have no time for games.
Inferno! Require my assistance? Who am I?
Let me change your mind.
Greeting, traveler.
I have no time for games.
The end is coming! Who am I?
Let me change your mind.
Require my assistance? Dingo! We're gonna be rich.
Hello, THL. Welcome to a new and maybe improved Tavern Talk. You may have noticed that I am not my Anodon. I am shorter and have less hair, and I'm certainly less attractive. But I am going to do my absolute best to fill in for his in his amazing shoes. He passed us off to Dusharmo and I, and we're going to do our best. Also joining us this season is going to be TravisChrono. Travis, how are you doing today?
Hey guys, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm doing quite well. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And Dusharmo, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing really good.
All
Not
right.
shaving, except for that pink beard that I had one time. Shaved that
wait.
off, and then I have the scruff. I'm letting it
The
grow
scruff
again.
looks nice.
This is
a nice look.
1 month's worth of scruff, by the way. So
yeah,
I
this too. 1 month worth of scruff right here.
Daniel's the real
say?
man.
See, I'm right there with Dan about the 1 month of scrubs.
Dude, my beard.
Yeah, no.
Paul, man, you had like a full beard when you were like 20 years old. Like, you guys are the real men.
Spoiler alert, apparently Travis's name is not Travis, but is Paul, but he will be Travis from here on out, for me at least, because if your name is TravisChrono, I'm calling it TravisChrono, maybe even Chrono, after the wonderful Chrono Trigger main character. But yeah, so should we jump right into our legacy standings, Dusharmo?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and pull those up because I definitely have those ready right now.
Of course, sure. Yeah, no.
Just 1 second.
So we do apologize for last week. We did miss week 1, which made us all sad, but like there was some very lifey life going on. And I think we all can agree that just not having a show last week was the best idea for everybody. So we do apologize for lack of content, and we will try to make it up today and for the rest of the season with hot takes and sweet beards. Sweet
yes,
beards.
There we go. All right, so I do have cameras on every single slide. So right here.
We're always here.
Look at you moving on up.
Yeah, so you guys get to see our faces even when we're talking here. So Dano, you can't take off your shirt, Dano.
Red's on the left, and that's how that's going to work. Sorry, I lost you there, Dusharmo. What was that?
Not sure. You broke up a little bit. What'd you say?
Oh, I said let's go ahead and start with Red. And
yes.
I think we can just start at the top with what everybody expected. The start of the season, Dirty Mike and the boys was what everybody predicted. And then, of course, Dad Legend at the bottom. I think, you know,
that's exactly what we predicted.
If you had to put a gun to my head and say, Dan, what after week 1, what are we going to see? Mike, we're going to see Dirty Mike and the boys at top, and we're going to see Dad Legend at the bottom. I mean, nothing else could possibly happen, right? I mean,
absolutely not. Dirty Mike and the boys are, but I'll tell you what though, Dirty Mike and the boys got a new player, and we'll talk about it when we get to the match. But definitely a huge upgrade. And they've been kind of in the bottom barrel for a while, and now this season, I think they're a force to be reckoned with.
I would say so. Dad Legend ran into a bit of a buzzsaw this week. I don't anticipate them to be at the bottom for long, but hey, it's kind of fun to see them there. So hey, tough break, guys. Followed by Chaos Theory, a new team. Congratulations to them for a huge like week number 1. Illy Dilly's Death Knights, Beast Mode, Pod People, the Good Luck Albatrosses, Hearthstone Academy, F2L Red, and Redacted. Anything else we need to talk about there that's too surprising that we don't need to talk about right now?
No, I think we can talk about the matches when we get to them. So this is the overall standings. I think just some surprises. I think Good Luck Albatross is getting a loss, and Dad Legend as well. Both of them were playoff teams last season. Not so surprising. Pod People getting a win. It's surprising Dirty Mike and the boys with a massive just sweep. Like it was so good. So
yeah, and no AOS yet, obviously because this first week, so we have nothing to AOS. But we'll have obviously more next week. So
yes.
And then with the gold team, Murgle at the top, ATL, Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters, and a Noyo team, followed by the Stubs. I think if anyone was going to say, the 5 teams to win in week 1, it was obviously 3 new teams, or 2 new teams, ATL, Anoyo team, and Dustubs, right? That's what everybody saw coming.
Yeah.
Certainly, that's what everyone saw coming. No, it was this is crazy, right? Like this is kind of like week one did not go as expected, and I don't think anyone would have said that Amber Flight Gaming would be at the bottom there, especially with Itachi as a 1 seed. But there they are, and Hot Zilfs also with a surprising week one loss. So I think some teams with something to prove going into week two.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's there's some teams that are overperforming and some teams that are underperforming and some teams that are like right there in the middle where they should be.
Yeah, no, I think it's one thing about THL, which is always fun, is that you can sort of expect the unexpected, and right there with week one, that's what we got. So super excited to see what happens week two and to kind of go over it for the rest of the week on the show here. Those were words, and they did not go well. Should we move on to our Rhat Stats?
Absolutely. Here we go. Rhat Stats. They're not Rhat Stats per se, but he wrote the script for these, so these are all.
Yes.
You can get all these stats for all the series on the website, and you can see and hear what they're bringing and what's being successful. And what I love about these stats is it tells you what's winning and what's not. You know, you could see what's more popular, and you could say, hey, like. Probably not a good idea to bring Warlock to your series if you're in Legacy.
Alas,
right now.
poor Warlock.
Yeah. So look at these real like Demon Hunter, Rogue, and Warrior. The number one, obviously, everyone's seen that everywhere. The number one 4 classes right there, and no surprise, all 4 of those classes are tier 1 decks.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Well, obviously this is good. Okay, I'm gonna drop a bomb on you all. Okay, this is a Dano insider tip.
Your son just dropped a bomb.
Yeah, he's playing with dinosaurs. What are you gonna do? Sorry about that.
No, you're cool.
Demon
Hunter
Hunter
you said
is
drop
good.
a bomb.
Good,
and
y'all.
Your son was like, "Rah!" That's awesome.
Demon Hunter's good, as you can see with Demon Hunter being crazy good. But Hunter, Rogue, Warrior, right? Like those Warriors also sneaky good. The funny thing about the top 5, right, was Demon Hunter, Rogue Warrior, Demon Hunter, Druid, Rogue Warrior, Demon Hunter, Rogue Warlock, Demon Hunter, so really 3 of the 4 were pretty much. There's not the top 4 classes. There's 3 good classes, right? Demon Hunter, Rouge, Warrior, and then Hunter. So there's some variety of those 4, plus with like if you want to bring Druid or Mage or Priest, it's kind of where people are going with it, but. I tell you what, it is. The meta seems to be a little bit figured out so far. Demon Hunter, Rouge, Warlock did not go well though, so don't do that. But yeah. Anything else, Dusharmo, Travis?
No, I think you covered it.
No, I think you got it really well.
Sorry, you need to interrupt me because I will just keep on talking. So please do interrupt because that's what I do. Talk a lot. All right, last week review. So this is the fun part, right? So as a just kind of recap for all of you that don't kind of remember from last season, and then for TravisChrono, who is new to the show, we get 2 minutes to talk about the review. There will be a timer, and when that 2 minutes is up, the rope will go off, and you are done. Then we get a minute for the other 2 hosts to kind of put in their 2 cents, and then.
Matt,
my co-host in chat, Matt at Arms, nice and please, just dropping bombs.
The Dano log. I said,
thanks guys. I feel really good about myself
I told
now.
Dano, I was like, Dano, do you want to host? You want to host Tavern Talk? And he was like, yes, I could talk some more. Good, nice.
You know me, like if I can't get my opinion about Hearthstone out like 4 or 5 times a week, I'm just not happy. That's a literal statement. So we have 2 minutes to review. Timer goes off. The 1 minute to just kind of recap. Then we do have our WoW biggest upset, our beatdown, our slow clap, which is unexpectedly close match, and then the turd upset of the week, which is where we'll obviously call those out on the review and then predict them in the preview. Turd upset of the week. Each host gets 1 for each conference. Or for each conference, and that is going to be that they're big upwards. It could be a team or it could be a player, and then we will mock or applaud if they get it correct the following week.
Yeah,
so
And then I know Turd's not here, but we are sticking with the Turd upset of the week. It just makes sense to go with the
Turd is in
upset.
chat though.
He is here.
Hello,
He's here in the
Turd.
chat, yeah.
Yeah. And it was kind of fun to see you at the bottom because you just won all the time. Let's be honest. We're all. It was
Like the
kind of neat,
Patriots.
and it's not like you're all gonna keep on losing. So
Yeah,
it's
true.
just kind of like hee hee. All right, so I'm gonna get us started with the Gold Conference review. So first match we're gonna talk about is always Top Deck Lethal versus Amber Flight Gaming. So this went really, really well for always Top Deck Lethal, and not great for Amber Flight Gaming. I'll be honest, it caught me a little bit by surprise, but then kind of like looking at the players a little bit closer, it probably shouldn't have. So Amber Flight Gaming is light on experience with 3 of the 5 players. With three or four of the players, actually, I think 3 players are pretty new to THL, or at least haven't got a ton of experience beyond one season or so. With Itachi being the big difference there, where he's been one of the most solid one seeds in the series. But what kind of I dug deeper into the matches though, it was a complete total beatdown, 23-7 was all said and done. But each match, except for the 1 seed, which was the biggest surprise of it all, I would say, was close. So like you had the 2, 3, and 4 all going 3-2, and if you can get to that rubber match, that game 5, like anything can happen. So this could have been a completely different match if a Top Deck had hit a little bit different, or if a Q order had been a little bit different. So yes, this is not a great start for Amber Flight Gaming. I do not think this is going to be the story of Amber Flight Gaming. I don't think this is going to be the story of Itachi. So Itachi just got completely blindsided by A2 Battleship, who, if you haven't listened to his post-match interview from Salte Saturday last week, go and listen to it. It's a confident dude and wanted to play on stream against Itachi to kind of say, yeah, I can do this. I am a solid 1 seed, and you should be afraid to play me, which I think is super cool, right? So good on him. And then the rest of that team is solid as well. Free Hong Kong, Brick, Matty Ebbs, Shunsui. It's going to be always Top Deck Lethal. I probably undersold them at the beginning of the season. I think that they're going to be a pretty good team, actually, moving forward. I forgot to hit the button. So that was 2 minutes, we will assume. Anything to kind of back up there, guys?
Yeah, I think the Always Talk Up Lethal have solid players in all their positions. A2 Battleship, obviously not a 490 player. I would say he's 550. I mean, he beat a 550 player, so you got some extra points there. Free Hong Kong, definitely a great player. Could definitely do well in the 2. I've seen Brick. Brick is good. I'm not too familiar with him, but Matty Ebbs, I know, definitely super strong in the 4. And then Shunsui, a lot of times plays in the 4, not in the 5. So they just have really good across the board players. So I'm not surprised by this.
Yeah, so I think this is Brick's second full season, and then I think he had a season and some change before that, right? I think he came in the same season that I did, maybe, and kind of subbed a bit towards the end there. So I could be corrected if I'm wrong there, but it's definitely at least his second seed. I know he was run last season as well, and just a really competent 3 seed, I would say. So yeah.
Yep. And then Amber Flight, I mean, I think they're gonna rebound. They got some good players there, and Bitbeaker is an old timey THL player. I was going back and looking at like the first Hero Series win when they had 3 players, and the first one I saw his name there, so he goes back a ways. So he's been around and a sort of a returning player. And Itachi's obviously really good. I think Neji Boston's going to step it up as well.
Yeah, I don't know Christine or Krakowak. I think they're new, so we'll obviously get to know them as the season goes on.
Yep.
All right, cool. Should we move on to a Noyo team versus Blood Bloomers?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. All right, Travis, what have you got for us?
All right, so for Anoa team versus Blood Boomers, everything looked pretty cool here, especially with Dano here rocking that shaman. Honestly, right now, looking over the decks that were brought, and I'm kind of glad people are still rocking Priest right now. I'm a huge Priest fan, so I'm really glad to see it going and working here with this lineup that they're bringing. right now, that's all I can say. I'm still kind of new to this, but I'm definitely loving the players that are here currently. I've seen another team before. I've heard their names before. Dano, Man at Arms, obviously. um, even on the enemy team as well, Sanguine. I've heard of that player. I've seen him a couple times on some matchups, and everything looks pretty solid. From what I can see, those are 3-2 and a 2-3 roughly in there, almost clean sweeps for the 3-1s. But honestly, anything can happen right now with this current meta. Demon Hunter just released. It's looking like it's one of the strongest classes that's out currently right now, and I'm just happy that everyone's bringing it out right now to the league.
The organization. We don't say the L word.
Yeah. No, can't. Or with league format series.
Yeah, you could say
league
that.
Format series.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Hat heard you somewhere in New York, and he's like,
I had to say that. I had to do it in lieu of Hat because Hat would have like format series.
Yeah. So Sanguine, she's a super solid 3 seed. She's a good 4 seed to be on, or 2 seed to be honest, if she wanted to be one. Which she might end up being later on in this season. Yeah. No. So this went really well for us, right? Like I think it went. I was really happy with how I played. I'll be honest, I probably got a little bit lucky against Ator or ATOR. I think this was their first game in at least Legacy, which I think really helped me. I'm definitely probably more of a 3 seed than a 2 seed, but it went well for me. Super happy. And then Mage, our 1 seed playing slightly under PR. I think will do really well. So.
And I remember beginning of the season, a mage came to me. He's like, "Can you join our legacy team?" And I was like, "No, I've already committed to GLA." And he didn't want to play in the 1 seed, but I know
fine.
I know a mage is a good player.
Yeah.
This is a good experience for him to get that. If a mage can win half his games, you guys are solid across the board because you guys have. Everybody else can play in the other positions easily. And Totino's really good 5 seed value there at 250 PR. So, and
we brought Totino's in to be our 2 seed.
Wow.
We figured the PR calculator was he was going to be a 2 seed, and then he had like played some matches previously. So was able to we high rolled a 5 seed.
Wow.
so like we got our own turd basically.
Wow.
Only his PR is gonna go up unlike turds. So but
that is a smash at you turd.
No, so I love our team. Totino's fits right in, which is great, and the mage is gonna be just fine the 1 seed, I think. So sadly, if he does win half his games, he's going to be like a legitimate 1 seed in PR. And we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do again next season. But yeah, for sure. It's a fun team. Great way to start the season because we had a sour taste in our mouth after the way last season went. So happy with this for sure. All right. How about Murgle versus How Long Must This Go On in the Serenite Pain game?
All right. This match features a lot of new players. Murgle, I'm not familiar with some of these players on this team. And in fact, I think every player on this team has 4 or 5 letters less in their name. So I'm not sure if that was intentional, but that's pretty cool. And Serenite Pain Gang, Darkseid's team that he brings back every year. New faces, but some names that I am familiar with. And honestly, Serenite Pain Gang did end up losing, but I do think that they are stronger than the loss appears. I think a lot of close matches across the board: 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 2-3. So very easily could be won this match. Just a few games. Now, Buse is a returning player. I do know him. I do know he's a good player and a good 2 seed. But the rest I'm not familiar with. But looking across the board, one thing that I will point out is Murgle brought Mage, and it seemed to work for them. Only one Serenite Pain Gang player brought the lineup, the feature lineup, Demon Hunter, Rogue, Warrior, and he lost. So we'll see here how this Mage works out. I'm a really big Mage fan, and I think Mage is a really solid class, especially facing Warrior. I think it can really
Mm-hmm.
do well versus Warriors. So big win from Murgle. Their captain Dabs must be really happy to get the first win, a big huge win, and over some solid players. Um, Travis, this is your team. Why don't you talk about what happened this week?
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Yeah, so right now, everything was going pretty well. Everyone felt like their matches were pretty close. Outside of mine, of course, I would like to just say G-Kick did a great job getting that sweep on me. It was pretty good all around. I feel like everybody was confident with bringing what they were bringing, at least on my team for that side of it. I know for a fact that Ekaname was very happy with that Druid list that he made, and he was really hoping it could do pretty well.
Nice.
Yeah. I do have one thing to add. We all agree this is Dabs, and Dabs is for other accounts, right? Like, I mean, Dabs, or at least Dabs, Dibs, and G-Kick. Those are definitely not real people. There's just no way. Like, Dabs is a real person, Buse is a real person, and then Dibs, Debs, and G-Kick are fake. I went and looked, and it is a deep fake because they are all different email addresses. So good on you, Dabs.
Doing
Unless
some research.
Buse is the only real player. Maybe Buse is the only real player, and then Dabs, Dibs, and G-Kick are all like that's what it got to be, right? I think that's what it is.
Is Buse a real person?
Buse is the real person. Yeah, there he is in chat,
He's
right?
the only
See?
real person up there.
I don't see Dabs, Dibs, Debs, or G-Kick in the chat.
They all say hi at the same time, and every single one of them pops out.
Swats will start multi-boxing.
Multi-boxing Hearthstone. Oh, man. That's hilarious.
All right, let's move on to Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters versus Defias Brotherhood.
I love this logo for Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters. Is this slap on
so good?
This slap on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mask on it. That's hilarious.
I mean, it's good luck Albatross's level of good. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I added something to my logo. You'll get to see it later.
I am looking forward to it, to be honest. I've been super checked out, and just now we're kind of getting into it. So like the whole series, because like the move and all this stuff has been just crazy. But anyways, the match. So I have 2 minutes, less than that now. So I think this first match is going to tell us a lot about these two teams, right? So I probably before the match, I would have said this is a toss-up. And even though the Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters walked away with it with a 21 points and 4-1 game record, this one was a lot closer than it looked like. I think my biggest surprise is probably Comp and Lemons losing in the one of the two. I think Comp is a perfectly fine and good 1 seed, and Lemons proved last season that you cannot count him out of any match ever. Because I think this was actually his first loss in
That was
THL.
first loss in THL, yeah.
Yeah, and so on him for not bringing Shaman. Come on, Lemons. I brought Shaman. I won. Just saying. But that said, this isn't going to make or break this season. 11 points in the loss is just fine. Perfectly good. Good job. Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters off to a great start. Your Mom Kid, Super Murloc, Rage Doppel. Those are people that we know well. Jimmy 8 Shoes, I think, played in Pro last season. Did really well. I don't know Heat Shock. So for those two to get wins in the one and the two, they've got to feel really good about that. And if they're able to find wins this season, watch out, THL, because your Mom Kid, Super Murloc, and Rage Doppel are going to win. So I think this is going to be, I think they are one of maybe the teams to beat in Gold and maybe in Legacy in general right now. So good on you. Way to go, Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters. It's so hard to say. But if I don't sing it, I can't say it.
and I gotta agree with Buse there. P-Shock is a scary player. He is a kind of player that when you face in the 1 seed, it's like Avi level of scary. You're like, man, you don't want to face that guy. You gotta be perfect on everything. And he brought the Demon Hunter, Rogue, Warrior lineup. So it did well for him. And I think, again, on this one, he's the only one to bring that lineup. So seeing in Gold, you guys are switching it up a little bit with the lineups. Maybe just the first week, maybe we'll see the other lineups pop up here. But
because we're interesting in Gold Conference. Mm-hmm.
Too bad I don't get to play you this year.
I know, season. I'm super disappointed as well.
I have 2 people in THL that are my bane of my existence. That would be you and Starlax. And I play Starlax again this week. I cannot beat Starlax, and I cannot beat Dano. So,
It's obviously a Minnesota thing then, because Starlax and I both live in the Twin Cities, so
oh wow.
it's got to be what it is. Yeah, I gotta watch out for the
Don't you
Twin
know?
Cities Metro. You got the casserole, eh? Um, all right, let's talk about the Stubbs versus Hot Zilfs.
All right.
Hold on, give me 1 second, real quickly. Where did my thing go? There it is. Sorry, guys.
You good?
All right, the Stubbs versus Hot Zilfs. There we go.
All right, so just off the top, I love the name Hot Zilfs. I love their logo. It's great. The Stubbs is also pretty cool. I definitely see that two of the players there did bring the Demon Hunter, Hunter Rogue Warrior lineup. It's pretty good, pretty solid. Oddly enough, both losses was kind of surprised by that. The 1-3. I've heard Ron Mexico. I've seen some of the games and just very surprised. But that just means that Hot Zilfs really brought it with those two matchups. Overall, the Stubbs still did take the win, 3-2 basically, and it's looking pretty good so far. I do like that Hot Zilfs all brought the same lineup. It's actually kind of cool. Quaz, I'm glad he took that win with that Druid on there as well. I'm liking that, at least in this matchup right here. There's a lot of Druids, a little bit of diversity, because kind of always seeing the Demon Hunter Rogue Warrior matchup, or even Demon Hunter Hunter Rogue Warlock. I'm just glad there's a huge switch up here. That's all I have to say so far. I'm still trying to get new to the players here and trying to recognize some names like Donde over there.
Yeah, Donde is that win from the Big Ted over Donde is huge. Big Ted is
surprising.
Big Ted, I believe, when he started was in the 300s, and he's been slowly creeping up there, and he just knocked off a huge. That's my favorite word. Mylan would make fun of me if I said that. Huge win over Donde. And Coles and Rebobson, just two really strong players. Osmonaut was in a really tough position to play Rebobson, who arguably should be a 1 seed. And
Rebobson is a 1 seed. Just plays with Coles.
Yeah.
Come on.
So huge win from the Stubbs. Hot Zilfs, again, another playoff team. This is 3 now that we had mentioned. Well, one we're going to mention a little bit later, but 3 teams that have been knocked out or lost the first round and were solid playoff teams last season.
Yeah, but if you look at the Stubbs, right, like that's no slouch, and they won with Ron Mexico losing, which I don't think Ron Mexico is gonna do a whole lot of losing this season, because that's just not what Ron Mexico really does. So I think the Stubbs are probably gonna it's a good team. There's gonna be a good team. I think Hot Zilfs could be just fine.
The Stubbs did win a championship like 4 or 5 seasons ago, so.
Yeah, I think last season was a bit of a struggle. I think for the Stubbs, if I remember correctly, but
last couple seasons actually. But this is good.
Yeah,
good
but I think they're gonna be
them.
just fine this season. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's move on to the Red Conference, or as we like to call them, the Boring Conference.
Oh no.
Lame.
I'm
conference.
in the Red Conference again. I think I've been in the Red Conference for 3 seasons now.
This is my first season not being in Red Conference, actually. All right, Dusharmo, you want to get us started here?
Absolutely. All right, so we are talking about Chaos Theory versus Dad Legend. This was one of the matches that we had alluded to earlier. Dad Legend getting absolutely smoked, and just smoked.
Yeah, beatdown of the week, right?
Yes,
beatdown of the week.
This has got to be the beatdown, and the surprise of the week. If I had to say one match that surprised me the most this last week, it would be this one. I would have expected the opposite to happen, not this.
Yes.
So solid wins across the board, and some close ones too. A lot of 3-2s and 2 strong 3-1s. Icicles over Yellow Dart and Mike Lowe over Durden. So just solid, just great play from Chaos Theory, and I think Chaos Theory is showing, hey, we're a force to be reckoned with, and you need to watch out. So Chaos Theory, solid team this season, and great team made by Icicles there. And I think this is his first season captaining. So first game, 20-point win. Couldn't get any better than that. So,
No, and against Dad Legend, one of the
yeah.
teams in the conference, right? So congratulations there. And we gave Isaac a little bit of flack in THL Pile this week, but for how good his team is, but well deserved. And they should be confident moving on the rest of the season because it's a super good team. Like it's a
Very good.
really good team. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's move on to Illy Dilly's Death Knights versus the Hearthstone Academy.
Yeah, let's get that over there. It's happening right now. It's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening now. Right now.
Now.
And now I'm not stalling here. Dusharmo is not stalling. He has everything prepared. Everything is
Yep.
prepared.
Well, I would say as far as like this is Tavern Talk, and if we don't have at least one oopsie in Tavern Talk, then we're not doing Tavern Talk right. So
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I had the video screens to our right put in after I had already organized the these little screens here, so I have to move them over a little bit to the left. So yeah. Anyway,
no, you're all good. So I would say, yeah, this was a good match for both teams. I think Hearthstone Academy is this is a good team made up of good players who may each be playing one seed too high. That being said, Sage is definitely not. Sage is it's going to be a really good 5 seed. And Bujasaurus is going to be a great 4. Ghost, solid 3. 2-star Mako is going to probably struggle a little bit in the 1. Base think she can win in the 2, no problem at all. I think what really hurt this with Hearthstone Academy this week was Sage losing in the 5 seed. So I've said this before, I'll say it again. Having around a 300 PR and playing in the 5 seed is incredibly stressful because like the team is basically built around you winning every week, right? And so when it doesn't happen, that you lose, kind of like this, right? Because you are expecting your 1 or your 2 to probably not get it done, and that's what most of what happened here. That being said, Catman super good, JR super good, right? I don't know Jerry Damage, but congratulations on a big win there in the 5. So, yeah.
well, I will point out that the Hearthstone Academy is a throwback to an older team that Sage came back last season, and Hearthstone Academy won 2 or 3 championships. Like I think it was 10 seasons ago or so. So so they've been around and have some experience in that playoff sort of championship thing there. And Mako was a part of that team as well. So I'm interested to see how this team's going to work out. They got that sort of a Noyo team build there where it's kind of everybody's equal. 100 PR between the 5 seed all the way up to the 1 seed. So easily could be switching seeds there, which I do think Booze and Ghost will be switching seeds. And Booze in the 4 seed is what the heck is that? That should not be happening.
Bujasaurus is a really good 3 seed, and Based she's a 2 seed, right? That's not a big deal at all.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that they're going to be absolutely just fine. I think 2-star Mako will find wins in the 1 seed.
Yep,
for sure.
Yeah, and I have no doubt that they're going to win. But Illidan's Death Knights, JR's I think his first team or captain. If he did captain, I'm not sure. Maybe it was a long time ago, but this is the first time I can remember him captaining and picking up his first win, a solid 17-point win. And maybe you should talk the Siege into bringing Demon Hunter.
Yeah, Siege with no Demon Hunter bring. Who would do that?
So yeah, and this is, you could see in the Red Conference, people really sticking with the Demon Hunter, Rogue, Warrior lineup here. A lot of you see a lot of it from both teams actually. So some solid wins here from.
Was good. It was good. All right, cool. All right, let's move on to Beast Mode versus Redacted.
Beast Mode.
I don't know what their real name is. Redacted. I have no idea. It's been redacted.
Yeah, and if you look at their logo, it's redacted. Their logo is redacted. So
it's just all sorts of wonderfully on brand. What do you got for us, Travis? That's the first time I've seen the logo. That's actually super good. It's better than I thought.
I remember seeing some I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but some political documents where they were redacted and they'd look exactly like that, just black splotch. Can't see through it.
That's awesome. So good.
Yep.
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
so, like,
Travis.
yeah, no worries. So right here we see Beast Mode versus Redacted. Not much to see on Redacted side. It looks like there's some black bars there, but other than that, what I do see here though is Yeezus bringing Shaman, and unfortunately, it looks like he couldn't pull it through with it. But I'm glad he did bring it though. There's a lot of strong players here. I've seen Agent PW before. I've heard his name. I definitely like what was going on here with the lineup. Like, to me, it looks kind of close because I see a 3-2, a 3-2, then I see like a 0-3 and 3-0, and to me, I was thinking like, oh, things could go either way depending on that fourth seed. See how things go. Unfortunately, it looks like Redacted couldn't pull through, but Beast Mode did, got the win. Congrats on 8-Bit bringing in that mage, getting that win there. Same with Copper Talon, both mages. I'm glad those two are winning because I like to see some diversity here.
Yeah, I think Mage is going to be a good bring for most of the season, unless something shifts with the meta. I think it matches up pretty good against a lot of what's going on. I think it's a solid fourth deck if you're looking for something. And there's a couple different builds that can kind of do good things, and one of them being kind of high rolly, which can be a good idea or a bad idea depending on your mood. Yeah, a Bill Snyder with the loss there. I don't think we're going to see Bill Snyder get swept again this season. Agent PWE is a great player, though, so that's just going to happen sometimes. Obviously, the versus No Glocko. I wish that was on stream. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
How fun would that have been to watch? Those two are both bonkers good players. And then Pasca in the 5. It's just like cheating with Pasca in the 5, so.
I'm not sure where the big game hunter stands right now, but that's right up there maybe for week 1. 123 PR difference right there. That's Pasca in the 5 is like Sage in the 5. Just redonkulous.
Yeah. Though Pasca played a bit in the 5 and the 4 last season. Pasca's super good. If Pasca actually played Hearthstone as much as he talks about Hearthstone, he'd be a really, really, really good player. Let's be honest.
Pasca's an amazing guy.
Yeah, appreciate all the work he does for the entire Hearthstone community, to be honest. So thank you, Pasca, if you're in chat. Dirty Mike and the Boys versus Good Luck Albatrosses. Oh, I have you talking about your team. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
I'm going to try and not do that moving forward. So definitely give me a call out if you see that I do that. So.
All right, check out the logo there. Some sunglasses added to the bird.
Which makes it even better. Look how cool those sunglasses are.
All right.
So
Dirty
great.
Mike and the Boys versus Good Luck Albatross. Big win with Dirty Mike and the Boys. Very close win. As you guys know, I had something come up last week. I had to get a sub in, but Disco coming in, and Tony Montana, not an easy player to play against.
No.
Very good player. Disco came in and got 2 points, so very strong. Fuel taking the win over Lotus Knight. That's one of those matches where you want to see it on stream. Really two strong, two really strong players. It's Mike V showing that, hey, I'm still around. I'm not going away anywhere. And Lefty picking a much needed win over Chewbacca to secure that win for the Dirty Mike and the Boys. I'm looking at Dirty Mike and the Boys to be strong this season. I think Surlos is kind of put in an awkward position where he kind of has a 3 seed PR, and he's playing in the 2. And him and Tony Montana might be switching. We'll see there. And Astrofrog, I'm not sure how he's going to do there, or she. So we'll.
I don't know who Astrofrog is.
Yeah, but we see a lot of Demon Hunter, Rogue Warrior matchups here as well. So, and some interesting bans, Rogue bans, Priest bans, and working out for Inzi to ban the Priest there. So.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'll say about Surlos in the 2, if playing 2 with a 3 CPR means you get to have Lefty in the 5. I think that's called winning.
Yeah.
So for as long, Lefty will be looks like he'd be in the 4 seed here shortly. But yeah, that's just I think the Dirty Boys are going to be really good again.
I think he's in the 4 this week actually.
Right? Yeah. I think that you probably just flip flop this right here. But yeah, super close one. If you like, Good Luck Albatrosses. If you have an emergency sub, of like literally the person with like the best win rate across all 3, series last season, in Dusharmo, I think, you'll take a 14-15 loss, right? So this is a team that'll be just fine.
I'm not. I think 14 points on a loss is really good.
Super good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's almost as good as you can get without it's as good as you can get without having a draw, right?
Yep. It's as good as you
Yeah.
can get because the two
Yeah.
losses were 3-2. So
Yep.
I'm happy with my
Yeah.
team. They did well, and
They did great.
yeah.
Yeah. And Shoe's gonna be just fine in the 4 and the 5. I mean, so you guys will be just fine in the 5, fine in the 5 seed. So
Just to kind of throw it out for other players. This organization is about points and not record. You see the record there, but what really matters is the points. Because at the end of the season, if you have more points than your opponent, let's say you get a 12-point win, that's still worse than a 14-point loss. I mean, I guess it's not because you get the 3 points for winning, but still, it's you do want to get the points. So if you're out of the, I'm not stalling this time, Shu. There's no stalling here. So if you want to get out of, if you want to get into the playoffs, really fight for those extra points. Fight for them points because they matter.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Like you're down 2-0. Don't be like, this is over. Get that 1 or 2 points. You never know. People, when we get to the playoffs, teams are out by 1 or 2 points usually, and they usually matter.
Yeah, I always play each match with looking for like the first game win. Like if I earn 1 point, I did okay. If I earn 2 points, I did well. And if I win with 3, then that's fantastic. It's all gravy, right? And with the goal being to get it to a game 5, because the game 5 is a toss up. So yeah, with THLs, the best part about it is that you have teammates to kind of like pick up the slack and that kind of stuff. So 100% agree with what Dusharmo was saying there. So let's move on to Pod People versus F2L Red. So this is a good match, right? So Starlax can look good with 2 big sweeps there to make up for, I would say, the upsets of Ridiculous Hat and Zeroshio. Not Zeroshio at all, Liquidox for sure, but I think anytime Ridiculous Hat loses, I think you can call it an upset, or at least like fun, because it's our hat always wins, and so when he loses, it's kind of a good time for everybody. But heck of a win for Pod People with like your top 2 C's losing, and then Starlax, Wicked Good, and Saku just taking care of business. I think Pod People are going to be really, really strong. And Red, I think good. They're going to need to have big weeks out of Me, Myself, and I and Liquidox every single week. Liquidox in the 2 seed is actually cheating. Liquidox is a bonkers good player. And they're going to need him to be bonkers for the rest of the season because they're playing fair in the 3 and the 4 and the 5, right? And so, because I would say Icon, good 3 seed, Shiny Pants, good 4 seed. I don't know, LePepper, but PR looks like it's a solid 5 seed PR. So, I would say you're going to really need Me, Myself, and I and Liquidox to really be pulling a lot of weight to kind of stick with it. So, because like I said, Icon, Shiny Pants, and Pepper, they're gonna be playing fair in the 3, 4, and the 5. And when you're playing fair, sometimes you don't always do great. So, and Turd saying Pepper is really good. So in the 5. So thanks, Turd.
F2L
Appreciate
F2L
the
Red. Good team.
I think so too.
And again, you see Demon Hunter with the F2L Red. You see a lot of Demon Hunter, Rogue, Warrior. So.
And I don't expect Icon and Shiny Pants to get swept moving forward either. Like. That's a little bit unexpected, to be honest. So, cool. Should we move on to the commercial break?
Absolutely.
I have slightly rewritten the commercial break. I did not ask for permission. I hope that is okay. So,
No.
Don't tell Donde. I'm not sure if I have to ask him or not. But please consider subscribing to our channel. The subscription enables the THL team to help cover the various costs of operating our website, as well as improving the quality of our streams and content to our viewers. If you have an Amazon Prime / Twitch Prime, you can sub to the channel for free. Thank you very much if you do. If you do subscribe, you get a super cool THL emoticon, as well as the lovely THL chat badge that you can see in the chat sometimes. I think Dusharmo can show it off, right? Or I definitely Isocles can as well. So thank you. That being said, thank you very much for tuning into Tavern Talk. If you are enjoying our show, make sure you check out Wild Mondays, the Saloon on Tuesdays, and Hearth Center on Wednesdays right here at twitch.tv/Team Hearth Legends. What is that? That's not enough content for you? Well, we stream THL matches on Friday from 8 to 10, Saturdays from 8 to 10, and on Sunday as well. Sunday match schedule to be determined by caster and player availability. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. But wait, that's not all. We also have incredible written content available at www.teamhearthlegends.com. Surely that is everything you must be asking yourself. Well, friends, there is more. THL is also home to one of the best Hearthstone Discord servers in this universe. So hit that heart button and keep the notifications on to make sure you catch our team broadcasting live. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Absolutely.
That's it. I wrote that and I was feeling kind of spicy.
That was good, man. I liked it.
Thank you. All right, so we move on to the preview.
Wait a minute. You didn't even mention your own podcast?
Which one? Oh, THL POW. I was going to write that in. Also subscribe to THL Power Rankings podcast, THL POW. Myself, Matt at Arms, and Isocles rank all 4 series. And, well, we say that we do. Actually, Matt and Isocles do. I kind of only rank 2 of them. But they're awesome, and I'm lazy. But it's a great podcast. We switched it up a little bit this season, which it is a little bit more long form and a lot more fun, I would say. So check it out. We do the actual power rankings live. Well, not live. We actually hash out the power rankings like in chat there with each other. So it's actually quite a bit of fun. So we actually reveal what our rankings were, what PowBots' rankings were, and then we combine the 4 of them and fist fight and argue and yell and scream and swear. No swearing, actually, to figure out who would be number 1 and who's number 20. So thank you, Matt, for the assist there. I am PowBot. All right, cool. Moving on to This Week in Legacy Gold Conference preview. We got Always Top Deck Lethal versus a Noyo team. What you got for us, Dusharmo?
Yeah, I think this is top 2 teams playing each other. So
yeah, sure.
So right away, it's not like wait a few weeks and 2 undefeated teams play each other. No, the top 2 teams play this week. And I think this is going to be a really good match, and I hope to see some of these matches on stream. Looking here, I think. Well, I'm just going to go down one by one who I think is going to win here. So I think A2 Battleship will pick up the win. I love you, Dano, but I think Pond is going to pick up the win there.
Nah, you're good.
I think Z-Thun's going to pick up the win in 3. I think Matty Ebbs is going to pick up the win in the 4. And I think Totino's Pizza is going to pick up the win in the 5. So that gives it a 3-2 to Always Top Deck Lethal.
Boo. No, yeah. No, I can't argue with any of that.
I love you guys.
You may notice that there is a certain color missing in my class brings.
Was that intentional?
Yes, completely intentional. I've played like 4 games of real Demon Hunter and then like some like of like the big Demon Hunter. It's the only Demon Hunter I play because I'm a Hearthstone hipster. And so I didn't think I could keep on like counting on people just banning Demon Hunter every week because eventually I have to play and then that'd be bad news bears. So I didn't bring it this week. But yeah, no, I agree. So my predictions, I think a mage is going to win in the 5. I think Pond wins in the 2. Z-Thund in the 3, Matt at Arms in the 4, wins the Battle of the Mats, and then Totino's Pizza in the 5.
So what do you got? What does that make it out to?
4-1 Anoyo team.
Okay. What do you think, Travis?
Right now, honestly, I feel like anything can go either way. But from what I've been seeing so far, I want to go with Always Top Deck Lethal. Probably going to take it for the win, mostly because they have the solid matchup. They have the Demon Hunter Rogue Warrior. We've seen it done really well this past week, and I anticipate it's going to keep doing it really well. I just anticipate that people will be doing slight changes to their decks, probably just 1 or 2 cards here and there just for their matchups against just the classes themselves. But other than that, I think it'd be a pretty close match, but very fun to see. Hopefully we can get one of these on stream just so we can see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have anything on. I don't think we have anything on stream. But yeah, this is actually a rematch of Pond and I. We played each other in Hero last week. So, and he won 3-0. So, yeah, this is gonna go well for me.
Yep.
No, I can't argue with what you guys say. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun though. Yeah, cool. Should move on to Murgle versus the Defias Brotherhood. So we got Buse and Buse's 4 alts versus the Defias Brotherhood. So my predictions, I got Dabs winning in the 1, Buse in the 2, Vogui's already won in the 3, Nepcanuck in the 4, and Mojo Powell in the 5 for a 3-2 win to Defias Brotherhood. I think that Dabs just kind of has that PR is kind of a big. It's kind of tough to kind of overlook that over Comp, though Comp is a heck of a player. And I don't know if Warlock is going to burn Dabs or not. The nice part about Warlock right now is if you do bring it, you do get the it could be Control Warlock or it could be Zoo. And those are completely different decks. You're going to play completely different against them, though you're going to know pretty quick which one's which, right? Mm-hmm. But they do play differently, so you really can't plan for one Warlock or the other, which I think is going to be really interesting for Dabs there. Buse over Lemons, I think, Lemons also without the Demon Hunter bring. I don't know if he has also not played Demon Hunter because he's a Hearthstone hipster or if he just wants to try and catch Buse off guard, but I think I'm going to give this one to Buse. It's tough kind of going undefeated the first season, and then all of a sudden, you get thrown into the 2 seed, right? Not quite sure what happened in the 3rd match there, but I think it makes sense. And then, Nebcanuck and Mojo Powell, I just give to their experience. I think I really top-notch class brings. I think they're all good. Demon Hunter, Rogue, Warrior. I don't think you can go wrong there. And Demon Hunter, Warlock, Warrior. I think Warlock is probably sneaky good in the tournament format, but I could be wrong. Just because a lot of people control Warlock, it is it's like their baby deck, right? Like they just really played a lot of it last expansion, and so it's still a good deck, right? And so I think that will surprise some people. So
yeah, and I face it a lot on ladder actually when I play.
Yeah.
The really aggro-y Zoo Warlock deck that discards the 6 mana spell that draws you 3 cards. So really good deck that can get through its deck quickly.
Right, and then it plays with 2 Prince Kella sets as well, which seems to be just not okay. But what do I know? But yeah, this is gonna be a fun one with some really interesting class brings. A lot of Mage, a lot of Warlock. I think this is gonna be great. I think 3-2. I could see going either way though.
I think I'm gonna give it to Murgle. I'll give it to Dabs in the 1, and I think I'm gonna give it to Debs in the 2. I think the 4. I think that Debs will pick it up, and then G-Kick. I think Mojo Powell will take it in the 5 there. So I'm gonna give it 3-2 to Murgle.
Murgle. And we had a second match. I missed that. So Buse already won. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Ooh, that's breaking news, huh?
Yeah. Well, I have that have that posted on stream already.
Breaking news for me. So
breaking news for Dano.
I have the button, so I get to say when it's breaking news or not. All right, cool. Let's move on to the Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters versus Hot Zilfs. TravisChrono, what have you got for us?
All right, so far on this one, everything looks pretty solid here. I see a lot of Demon Hunters everywhere still. I'm hopefully right now for the 4th seed, I see that there's a huge difference in PR, but I feel like with that Druid matchup bringing up here for Rage Doppel versus the Gym Fellows, hopefully that Druid can be a little bit of a mix-up for him. But other than that, I know Hot Zilfs is a pretty solid team. I don't know too much about Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters, and it's really hard to say that without wanting to sing that song. But it's definitely, it's definitely just two strong teams looking at each other back to back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What have you got, Dusharmo?
Hot Zilfs is again semifinalist last season, and some really strong players here. But I do think, and I don't know if you would call this a turd upset of the week, but I'm gonna say this is my turd upset of the week. Hot Zilfs is going to lose a second time.
Whoa!
They are not going to pick up a win this week. They are going to lose. And I will tell you where they will lose. The 1 and the 2, Coles and Heshok will both. Well, Jimmy Eat Shoes and Heshok will both beat Coles and Ribobson. And I'm gonna give it to Super Murloc in the 4 to beat Anful. And Rage Doppel in the
That's
5
not.
actually. So 4-1 Teenage Mutant Demon Hunters. I'm picking 4-1
That
Teenage.
is that is bold prediction,
Yeah.
my friend.
So-
I have got it going the other way. No offense to Jimmy Eat Shoes, who, by the way, just that's the name MVP, right? That's just a fantastic name. And Heat Shock, but Coles and Ribobson are Coles and Ribobson, and Coles and Ribobson don't do a lot of losing. I don't expect them to lose this week either. I got Coles and Ribobson winning the 1 and the 2. Donde is going to win in the 3. Your mom kid's good, but Donde is going to have something to prove. Anfall's going to win in the 4, and then Rage Doppel in the 5. 4-1 Hot Zilfs.
Awesome. Want to move on to the next one?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, we did the timer there too.
Yeah, we hit it right on time. We're doing great. We're staying right on time. I guess it was more of a turd problem, I guess. So,
Ooh.
yeah. So what we got here? We got the Stubbs versus the Serenite Pain Gang. What do you got for us, Dusharmo?
All right, we got one match already played. We got the Big Ted taking it over Blood Hunter. Big Ted showing he's solid in the 2. Coming down from that 300 PR player and PR playing 400 PR players and showing that he has what it takes. Huge win there. On Ron Mexico, Dr. Bomb D. Both looking to pick up their first win. Both very strong players. Osmanot as well and Ekoname both looking to pick up their first win. But I'm going to give this to the Stubbs. I think the Stubbs is a very solid team since they added Ron Mexico to their lineup. And Big Ted, very underrated in the 2 seed. And showing because he's 2-0. I think here's what I think. I think Ron Mexico wins in the 1. Obviously, Big Ted win in the 2. I think Osmanot's going to win in the 3. I think Darkseid is going to win in the 4. And you know what? I'm going to give it to my boy Travis in the 5. I'm going to go 3-2.
Cool view of my microphone there.
Yeah. Well, Travis has just got knocked off, so my screens are all messed up. So apologize, everybody. As soon as Travis gets back in, the screens will readjust.
So we got some breaking news here. We have a DQ. So Kuro Finway lost in the 4 seed. So the Stubbs already down 1 match. So that makes it 1-1, right? So
Didn't I call that? Does that count? It doesn't count, does it?
did Kuro get the DQ or did they get DQ'd?
No, I called Darkseid winning that match.
Okay. But I'm not sure which way it went. So
no, yeah. Kuro got a DQ, so it's a 3-0-4 Darkseid. So it's
okay, good. Which was the Kuro got DQ'd. No,
yeah, so that means
Kuro got DQ'd.
That means Serenite Pain Gang is now up 6-4. So
yeah, which gives it to you. So I was definitely not going to predict a full Stubbs sweep just before I learned that. So, but I was.
Rip.
All right, cool. Good luck, Shu. So I think Ron Mexico's going to win in the 1. I don't see Ron Mexico losing twice in a row. I had Big Ted winning before I saw this, but obviously it was a dumber for the show, so I can't call that one. I like Osmanot in the 3. I thought Kiro probably would handle the 4 seed, but obviously not. And then no offense to TravisChrono. Travis, nice guy. I like ya. I think Quaz, he's got a fair bit of experience, and I think that kind of matters, especially in the 5 seed sometimes. So I got it. I had a 5-0 there, but 4-1 for the Stubbs.
Awesome.
Cool. Do you want to predict your whole team winning there, Travis?
Right now, we're just all helping each other, going step by step, making sure everything goes smoothly for each other. If anyone has any questions, we always try and reach out for each other. But definitely, best of luck to both teams. I'm definitely rooting for my team here. But it looks like it's gonna be a tough matchup, to be honest.
You want
Yeah,
to give any predictions?
Right now, it's a little hard for me
Sherman,
to predict anything. I just don't know too much of
That
the whole players. But other than
it's
that, that's
mostly
what
for fun. It's not a big deal. It's cool. I'm
yeah,
not gonna press you.
we always pick our team to win every time.
Yeah.
So you just go ahead and pick your whole team to win.
Yeah,
That's what
just
we
say
always do. So
just say yeah, we're gonna win 4-1.
yep,
Yeah, we're gonna win
that is
both.
the correct answer. There you go.
That's the Dusharmo way of last season though. Just always 5-0 my team. So
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's
thank
a
you
lot hard. So
Saku for the resub 21 months. You're 21
whoa,
now.
Saku going out to the bars tonight. Well, I guess not, probably, right? Because quarantine. But
I know, right?
Saku going out and getting some, going to like the package store and with a mask on to bring home some alcohol for the first time ever. Congratulations, Saku. Um, cool. All right, let's move on to Blood Bloomers versus Amber Flight Gaming. All right, so no updates. So we already saw that Atomos with the win over Itachi. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't see Itachi starting this season 0-2. That's pretty crazy, actually. I would say that's a pre-turn upset of the week. We do that? Is that possible? Can I just call that one if I already knew it?
That would be a turn upset of the week if it didn't happen.
Yeah, I would say so as well. And I think Atomos, a new player, so starting off 2-0, congratulations on the ones that's not easy to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought maybe a new player, but maybe not. Atomos.
Yeah, I think it is.
Atomos.
It doesn't ring a
Atomos?
bell to
No.
me, unless some people like
Cool.
to change their names, so it could be name
Yeah.
changer there.
Yeah, Pond feels targeted, by the way. So I think the ATOR Neji Boston matchup, I think Priest might struggle to find a win. So looking at just like the VS Data Reaper, it does not match up really well against anything other than Warrior. And the problem is that the rest of his decks are pretty poor against Warrior. So I imagine might be wanting to ban that Warrior simply because this isn't last year standing and you can't guarantee a matchup. But I think Neji Boston bans Demon Hunter, then coast to an easy 3-1 victory there. So Neji Boston. Sanguine versus Kristen. Same song, different verse. I think Priest is going to struggle again. But honestly, I think Sanguine's a super duper good player. So Atomos has over 1,500 Demon Hunter wins, by the way, at this point. So Atomos, if you're like watching, but that blew everybody's mind. Like literally blew our minds in our chat because that is bonkers. Holy smokes. Congratulations. You are the biggest winner.
And everyone
but
else is not
where was
prepared.
I? Yeah, nobody else is prepared. Alas, poor Warlock, right?
You are
Vengeance.
not prepared.
Vengeance, 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 vengeance. I have nightmares about it. I like Sanguine. I don't know if she's able to find the win here though. So I think Christine there. I like Medusa's in the 4. I think it's a really, really good, just solid bring for their lineup with Hunter, Priest, Rogue, and Warrior. I think I like it a little bit better than Demon Hunter, Priest, Warrior. So I'm gonna give that one to Medusa. Silver T Fox Demon versus Kratawak. I'm still not sure how to say that one. Kratawak.
I think it's
Someone
a
help me out here. Krakowak. Oh yeah, I'm adding a T that doesn't exist, right? Got squint there. I like Silver T Fox Demon. Underrated player, probably better. Well, easily better than the 50 PR. So what have I got there? So Neji Boston, that's 1-1. Christine, 2-1. Medusa's 2-2. So I got Blood Bloomers winning 3-2.
Yeah, and I think this match here is very important for both these teams if they're wanting to get into playoffs. I know it's still early, but starting 2-week runs in a row is kind of put yourself in the hole, and you're going to have to perform very well the rest of the season. So I think this is really important because both of these teams, 9 and 7 points, not a lot of points. in your losses. So the person picking up the win here puts himself in a decent position to get back into the fight, and the other one again a hole. So what I think is going to happen here is I think the Blood Boomers are going to pick up the win. I think Adamos's win over Itachi is massive, and
Yeah.
it really kind of pushes Blood Boomers ahead just a little bit because I would have gone the other way. Um, but I got
Yep.
Neji Bosting winning in the 2. I think Sanguine gets her first win in the 3. I think Medusa's. I think it's going to be close. I think Bitbeaker's really good, but I think Medusa's
Hmm.
takes it in the 4 just barely, and I think Silver T Fox takes it in the 5. So I'm going to go 4-1 Blood Boomers.
Yeah, I could see that. Guys,
Yeah,
what do you got for us?
yeah, no, I'm definitely seeing this here. I think it's going to be a tough matchup for both teams. I feel like the pressure is really on both of them right here for this week. But I'm definitely thinking Blood Boomers is going to take it. Probably going to take it. Just because I anticipate the 8s are taking it because I'm rooting for Priest. I'm a huge fan of Priest. And I like that they have 3 over the 2 on the other team.
Nice. Yeah, big huge Priest fan. I don't know if you can tell. I love Priest too, but I also
Yeah.
love winning. So if Priest isn't winning, I change the deck.
Okay, you know what? Just you wait. Blood Boomers is going to come in clutch with those 3 Priests, all right?
Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Should we move on to the Red Conference?
Yes, we got start off with Chaos Theory and versus Redacted, a team that's doing really
And
well versus a team that is not doing so well. And is this me?
this is Travis.
Okay, all right. Your turn, Travis.
All right, sorry about that. All right, so far we already see that Chaos Theory is up by 1 currently. Um, right now we have Isocles. You know, I've seen him around. He's doing pretty well. Going against Agent PWE, but who's also a pretty strong player. Um, I am surprised as to how many druids are currently in this matchup right now. There's 5 druids that were brought to this matchup. I'm just kind of confused right now.
Yeah,
I think Druid's okay, right? Like
I think
it can kind of.
Druid's there to target kind of Rogue because it does really well versus Rogue, and Rogue is almost like a bring to a sort of class that you want to bring, and I think it also does fares very well versus Hunter. It could do very well versus Hunter. You can if you can get that turn 5, you get all those 2/2s on the board and fill it up.
Yeah.
I think Hunter has a very hard time dealing with that board. So those are I think it kind of sorts of targets that. And Buse
Yeah.
thinks
I
that
think.
Highlander Druid's about to blow up the meta. I'm interested to see a Highlander Druid because I think the Highlander Elise has been out for a while, and there's been a couple sort of meme decks, but no solid deck of Highlander Druid. So I'm really interested to see this Highlander Druid. If it,
Yeah, and some of that list in some of that list in Discord. Will you? Because I want to play some Highlander Druid tonight. um, did we get predictions yet?
oh, I didn't do.
Travis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got your predictions, Travis?
Right now, I'm gonna go in and predict and say, let's go for a surprise. Let's just go for the clean sweep 5-0
Ooh.
for Chaos Theory.
For Chaos Theory.
That puts
Yes, sir,
Redacted
for
in a
Chaos Theory.
super tough position if they do go
Well,
down.
yeah, I mean, because right now, it's the second week. Pressure's rising right now. A couple people have some losses on Redacted's team. So the pressure could just overwhelm them, but let's see what happens.
Yeah. So if you'd asked me, if you'd twisted my arm before the show, if you told me that, between Hockey and no Glocko that wouldn't go to 5, I'd been a little bit surprised. But no, Hockey's a bonkers good player as well, so I bet that was a super fun match to watch. Isocles versus Agent PWE. I just checked; it's not on stream, and I am actually sad that it is not. I honestly believe Agent PWE is better than that 379. Now Isocles is bonkers good. So I think Agent PWE is in for it, but I think that's going to go to 5, and I don't know which way it's going to go. I'm going to go with. Ooh. I'm going to go with. Boy, that's hard, right?
Especially
I
with
don't know. I'm gonna come back
Iceland's
to that
just
one.
staring at you right there. He's looking at you.
Oh no, Yeah, I know. So I'm looking at the no Demon Hunter bring is so interesting, right? So it makes I imagine the warrior gets banned at that point. So then you get hunter mage rogue versus hunter rogue warrior, kind of like Isocles, I think, in that matchup, right? So okay, Isocles, that's 2-1. Then F Srirachi, I think, beats Yeezus. Snake wins in the 4 and Pasco wins in the 5. Those two are just really, really good. And Michaelo is well, it's unfair being in the 4, but Snake is also really, really good in the 4 there, and Pasca is gonna win the 5. So Chaos Theory wins 3-2, but I don't think it's quite as dominant as last week. But still moving on with a big win. And Isocles, just go ahead and pat yourself on the back for a great team, my friend.
Yeah, I think Chaos Theory is going to win here, but I do think Agent PWE is going to take it in a close match versus Isocles. I really like Agent PWE's lineup over Isocles. I think there are some holes in Isocles lineup that if Agent PWE does correctly could exploit. But it could come down to the cards, yeah. And F Srirachi and Yeezus, I think F Srirachi got this one. I think he's going to get the win. Mike Lowe in the 4, really strong, 350 PR, going to pick it there. And then Pask in the 5. So I think 3-2 Chaos Theory. I think Redacted does get some points.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on to Illy Dilly's Death Knights versus Dirty Mike and the Boys. And
Dusharmo, you say Illy Dilly on purpose? Illy Dilly.
Yeah. Yeah, Illy Dilly is Illidan, Malfi Boo is Malfurion, and what was Tyrande? What do you call her?
Malfi Boo?
Malfi Boo is Malfurion, yeah, Malfi Boos. Catch Squelch if you want to get all the dumbest names for your favorite Warcraft heroes.
Illy Dilly and Malfi Boo and Tyrande.
Yeah. I think we have a name for her. We have a nickname for her, I'm pretty sure. We have a couple of them that come up quite often in our lore segment. But yeah, this one is interesting, right? And these just two huge 20 points versus 18 points.
Yeah, and already two huge losses by the Illidan Knight. We got Surlos taking it and Tony Montana taking it in the 3. And this is going to be difficult if the Illidan Knights want to come back. They're going to kind of have to sweep in the other series to really take this win. Any sort of points that Dirty Mike can get here is fuel on the fire. But I'm gonna say Dirty Mike win this, and I think they win this big. I think Fuel wins. I think Lefty. I think it's gonna be a 5-0 on Dirty Mike. I think they're super strong this team this season.
Wow.
That threw me off. Oh my god, dude, that threw me off. What the hell? Oh my god.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I was like, whoa, what the?
Mission accomplished.
Oh my god. Anyway, so a big 5-0 win from Dirty Mike and the Boys, I think. Fuel, man, just coming back with the vengeance.
I'm going to turn upset of the week right here, actually. And my turn upset is that Illy Dilly's Death Knights comes back and wins this series. I think Catman wins it in the 1. I like Catman's classes. I think Demon Hunter, Druid, Rogue, Warrior. I like that a whole lot more than Demon Hunter, Rogue, Warlock, and Warrior. I think that Siege is just as good as Lefty. So I have no problem with Siege winning there in the 2. And I like the class brings, to be honest. I think it's really interesting. That's going to be a fun match. Is that one on the stream, at least?
I got the stream match.
I have this
later, but
I have him in the class. Yeah, but
okay.
But yeah, and then Jerry Damage over Astrofrog. I don't know either of them, so why not have Jerry Damage win it, right? So I've got for my turn upset of the week, 3-2 win, Illy Dilly's Death Knights over Dirty Mike and the Boys.
And Jerry Damage, a very old Hearthstone player, been around for a long time. Took a break for a while, came back a couple seasons ago. So.
Yeah, this is my 3rd season now, so I'm still kind of getting to know all like everybody.
Just
right?
shouting out the.
I appreciate it.
All right.
You got anything for us, Travis?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm all in agreement with you right there, Dano. I definitely like Catman's classes right there that he brought. Demon Hunter, Druid, Rogue, Warrior. Definitely like it over Fuels. I definitely feel like even if you ban the Demon Hunter for Catman, still bringing Druid, Rogue, Warrior is gonna be really good against the Rogue, Warlock, Warrior matchup. And as far as Siege, once again, I'm very happy to see Priest. It looks like it works so far for the Priestess on Dirty Mac and the boys. Let's see if we can do the same for Illidan's Death Knights. For the Demon Hunter, for the 5th seed, for the Demon Hunter, it looks like it's a mirror match with the classes. I guess it just all comes down to, at that point, luck, I guess, right there for me, because I don't know these players, but I'm hoping that we see some different bans other than Demon Hunter. Like, I would like to see the Hunter ban for either one of these players and see what it turns out to be.
Could be interesting. Not a terrible decision.
All right, are you ready to go to the next one?
Let's go to the next one. Let's go to Beast Mode versus Dad Legend, huh? And this one is mine. So, obviously versus Honest Abe, I'm pretty sure they were on the same team last year, right? Weren't they 1 and 2 on Dad Legend last season?
Don't think so.
No. Is that right? Or is that wrong? For some reason in my head, obviously,
no, it was
the 2 and the 3.
The Dad Legend's the same. The only difference is they have Durden instead of Starlax.
Okay. For some reason, obviously, was in my head as being on Dad Legend. So, Zabe, obviously, that is a bonkers good match. Holy smokes, it's going to be fun. And then Bill Snyder versus Yellow Dart.
There was already a win there. It's on stream. So,
I see that. Holy smokes.
Another news update for you.
Well,
a news update for Dano.
Dano news update. Not going to be a good match. It's going to be a sweep. Like I predicted. The clean sweep there for. So big start to Dad Legend winning there. Yellow Dart versus Bill Snyder. I don't know who I like better here. I think probably like Yellow Dart over Bill Snyder. No, I don't. I like Bill Snyder over Yellow Dart, I think. Just because when everybody brings the exact same classes, it oftentimes doesn't work out.
You guys are going to hear a sound real quick in the stream, so sorry.
Oh, I got it. You're fine. So I've got I think Bill Snyder with the Mage. I really like Mage in this meta. I think it's better than people are giving it credit for. Zancat versus Myanodon. It's no brainer. That's Myanodon for me. He's not a 3 seed. That's sort of unfair. Copper Talon versus Durden. I like the no Demon Hunter bring, but boy, Druid Hunter Mage Rogue is weird to me. And I don't know how it's going to work out. So I think Durden wins here for Dad Legend. And then Turd versus 8-Bit. I think I'm going to give it to 8-Bit because... No, I'm not. I'm going to give it to Turd because of that Warlock bring there. I think the Warlock is... I like Warlock, but I don't know if I like it in... enough to bring to like a tournament type setting right now. So... I've got obviously the 1 going to Zabe, Snyder in the 2, Myanodon in 3, Durden in 4, and Turd in 5. So 4-1 to Dad Legend there, bouncing back after a rough week 1. What do you got for me, Dusharmo?
Yeah, I think Dad Legend bounced back this match. I think it's going to be a close match, but I think Myanodon takes it in the 3. I'm going to give it to Yellow Dart in the 2, and then I'll give Copper Talon 8-Bit the 4 and the 5. So I think 3-2 Dad Legend, and I think they get a lot of points too. And I think their wins are going to be kind of like Honest Abe's wins. And I have to play Honest Abe this week too in Pro, so
good luck.
Looking forward to that match.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
you got it though. You're good. You got that.
I got a strat. I don't know if it's going to work.
You got a strat. Hey, a plan is better than nothing, right? Like, let's move on to Pod People versus Good Luck Albatrosses. I get this one to you, Travis, because it's extra spicy.
There we go.
All right, so we got Pod People versus Good Luck Albatross with my boy Dusharmo on the team for Good Luck Albatrosses here. But it looks like Arhat is killing it on the Pod People team. So far, once again, everyone's bringing Demon Hunter. I do see some mix-ups on the Pod People's teams. Everything's looking good. You know, Demon Hunter, Mage, Priest, Warrior. Um, right now, honestly, as far as prediction goes, I'm going to go ahead and say that for the first seed, I'm going to go ahead and give that to Lotus Knight. I feel like things could go well for him. For the second, I'm going to go ahead and go with Zerodio. Once again, Priest will up in it. Yeah, Zeroshio. Then I'm going to go ahead and give it to... Ooh. Gotta get to my boy Dusharmo. You know, he practices hard, plays hard. Hopefully Starlax brings it, and hopefully be a close match. As far as I can see, for the 4 and 5, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Saku over Chewbacca, because I would just love to see that. But other than that, it's me, Mike V. He's probably going to go ahead and take that, just because I feel like right now, I just feel like Priest is probably going to get banned on that pick.
I could see that. I could see Priest getting the ban. Yeah, I definitely don't disagree with that. I think our hat is gonna. I like our hat winning in the 1, Inzi in the 2. I think Zeroshio without Paladin isn't just really. I just feels kind of lost. It's like we could go without Priest. It just doesn't seem to work, right? So I like Inzi in the 2. Dusharmo versus Starlax is spicy.
Yeah, Starlax again. You and Starlax are my two Achilles heels. So.
And with like the class mirror as well, I'm really excited for that one. But I'm gonna give it to Starlax because Minnesota's an awesome place to live. Wicked Good versus It's Me, Mike V. I like Wicked Good in this matchup. I like the Priest. I bet the Priest gets the ban because I would want to play against Wicked Good's Priest. But I don't think it's gonna matter in the end. And then Shu beat Saku in the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-1 to pod people.
Yep. I'm going to give it 5-0 my team. There we go. Next one.
Yep. Surprise. All right, let's move on to Hearthstone Academy versus F2L Red. And then Dusharmo, you got this one for us, I think.
All right, a really good match here. Again, I'm finding that the Red Conference really likes the Demon Hunter Rogue Warrior matchup more than the Gold Conference does. I'd like to see some stats there and just see if maybe there's like some sort of unintentional trend going on with the Red Conference. We see a lot of it here. We see 6 of them bringing it, and then the other that didn't bring it just traded out one class for another. So very, very similar lineups here. But I see here. I think F2L is gonna pick up the win here. They got like they outclass the 1 and the 2 seed. They outclassed the 1 and the 2 seed. Myself, and Liquidox both outclassed them. And then but I do think Booze does beat Icon there, and I'm gonna give. This is interesting. I think I'm gonna give Shiny Pants. I'm gonna give it to Shiny Pants. And then actually I'm going to give it to Lurper and say 4-1 F2L over Hearthstone Academy.
I can see that. What do you got for us, Travis?
Well, right now, just looking at it, I'm going to go ahead and say that Hearthstone Academy is probably going to take it 3-2. I'm going to go ahead and give it to 2-Star Mach on the first seed. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Base Think on the second seed and Boozasaurus for the third seed. I'm going to say that the 4 and 5th seed on F2L, probably going to go ahead and take those just because I go ahead and like their picks right now. They just look very solid.
Wow, some huge upsets. Nice, I like it.
And I've got Hearthstone Academy winning 3-2. Me, myself, and Liquidox, I think are just gonna probably take the 1 and the 2. 2-Star Mako and Based are 2 super players, but me, myself, and Liquidox are sort of on different levels than a lot of THL. But I got Booze winning in the 3, Ghost in the 4, and Sage in the 5. No offense against Icon, Shiny Pants, and Lure Pepper. Like I said, they're kind of playing fair. And I just kind of like the matchups of Booze, Ghost, and Sage in this one. I'm going to say, Hearthstone Academy wins 3-2.
I think that's the last of them, right? Or...
That is, yeah. So that's it for our show. So,
well, we got one more thing. We got to do the...
you're right. The best part of the show. I almost forgot. It wasn't in the notes. Yeah, Players of the Week. Go ahead and give us the Players of the Week, Dusharmo.
All right, so we're going to not have cameras here, so you guys can go ahead and take off your toupees and shirts right here. There you go.
All right, I can remove my beard now.
But if it wants to switch, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna review all. We're gonna do this on the stream every week. We're gonna review the players of the week, and this is gonna go through all the series, so not just Legacy. I'd like to thank Atachi for writing all these up, and these will be posted in the Discord. So congratulations to for Legacy Player of the Week A2 Battleship. A2 opened the season with a broadcasted sweep of THL veteran Itachi. The guy himself writing this is the one who's the one who was beat. In his post-match interview, A2 said he wanted to make a name for himself outside of being Avisley's partner in Duo Series. He's well on his way to achieving that goal with his victory. So congratulations to A2 Battleship and our Legacy Player of the Week. Oh, and just so everyone knows how it works, I have a channel. I open up the nominations to the players, and then I take the top 5 nominations, and then I have our committee vote on them, and some credence is given to maybe who's nominated more, who's not, and then we kind of vote on it, and then we go with the one with the most votes, and we post them here. So it's kind of it's not a convoluted thing, but it does a little bit of a process, and I think it's fairly fair to.
It's really great. I was on it the past couple seasons, and I couldn't say more about it. This is Dusharmo's baby, and it's really. I mean, it's definitely not like we like this person best. It really is. Yeah. Everyone kind of comes with like reasons why, and then everybody does kind of discuss. So it's great. It's a really great process, actually. And
I'm really glad to open it up to the players this season. I know a lot of people were saying, "Hey, what about this person? What about that person?" And we sometimes we're human, we miss some. So this way, nobody misses at all. And yeah. So, Big Ted, you're on that committee too.
Oh my God. You know what, Big Ted? I heard the same thing.
Yeah, that's why Dano left.
Yep, true. Not at all because it was just like. I couldn't even pretend to have enough time for that. So
I don't know, Dano.
Dusharmo gave me the out, which I really appreciated.
I said, Dano, man, you're doing so many things, and he left. He was like, yeah, okay. So I got a lot of good people to help me out there.
It's so good.
Let's move on to the other series. We're kind of running late here on the stream, so let's go. For the Hero Series, Player of the Week, we have Pond, or Free Hong Kong as he's named. This is also from Itachi. Our resident activist shows that even though his name is changed, the game's still the same. Free Hong Kong takes a 3-0 victory over Dano. Sorry, Dano. To help push ATL to a 4-12 win over what's speculated to be one of the strongest teams in Hero Series. So congratulations, Free Hong Kong, on your Player of the Week.
I would say 100% deserved. I didn't know that Pond had won it beforehand, so this was kind of a surprise, and like it's an awesome one because I was thoroughly beaten. I didn't play great, but I didn't play poorly except for maybe in the mage mid game, and then against my totem shaman, like Pond just like knew the matchup inside and out, and I would have ran away with it on turn 2 if he didn't just like coin out. It was just bonkers play. I don't remember what it was, but just like used like a huge piece of removal to just take off just get rid of a totem that I would have ran away the game with. So well deserved, and I was thoroughly beaten for sure. So way to go, Pond. Hopefully you don't do it again this week, but you probably will.
Well, let's move on to the Pro Series one. Pro Series, we have Dr. Bomb D or Bombed. This is written from Itachi. In the last set of this matchup, Dr. Bomb D was tasked with holding Snake to less than 2 wins in order to secure at the very least a tie. He took an oath to service, and there was indeed a doctor in the house as he took down his opponent 3-1 to force a tie in what was thought to be a David versus Goliath Pro Series match. So congratulations, Doctor. I believe this is his first season. So
new to me.
And coming in strong and showing, hey, I'm a force to be reckoned with in any series, not just Legacy. Now it's Pro as well. So congratulations. And finally, we have our Wild Series Player of the Week. Yes, we are our newly indoctrinated Wild Series. Our Player of the Week is none other than Bill Snyder himself. Bill Snyder
Of course
secures
he
3-1 win over 9 Eyebrows, the THL Wild Open champion, to push his team to a 9-7 victory over a strong team. This Wildcat continues to perform wherever he lands, no matter who's on the other side of the hearth. So congratulations to Bill Snyder. Congratulations to the other 3 winners, the players of the week. They'll be posted in Discord, and I hope you guys enjoy us revealing this live on stream weekly. It's something that the committee suggested that I do, and I'm just going to kind of take it. So
I think it's a cool idea.
And I think we'll move on to streamed matches, and we'll call it a day.
Oh, we got some breaking news. Hold on.
What's the breaking news, Shu?
Give us the breaking news, Shu. Shu sweeps Saku.
Ooh.
Wow. Congratulations on the sweep. I don't remember what I predicted there, but it's always a feel-good feeling is that sweep though, right? Ooh, I love sweeping. I more often get swept though, but it's a good feeling. That's good though. And sometimes you get swept and you play just fine and you just got swept, right? So
congratulations. She
cool.
was on my team, and you could say I'm happy about that.
I would say you are happy about that.
Especially if facing
cool.
Starlax. So anyway, go ahead. I'm not going to interrupt you anymore.
Should we move on to what's happening the rest of the weekend here?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So we do have matches streamed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this is just, do we have the most up-to-date schedule on stream, or is it just whatever I have in the show notes here?
I will do that next week. This week I do not have it on stream.
All right, cool. No, I think we have it. So on Friday, we have Dabs and Typhoon playing at 9 p.m. Eastern and Pro. It's going to be cast by Brushy Tuna and Tweeg and up by Saku. Saturday at 2:30, we got another pro match. We got Dr. Bomb D versus Markshire. That's been really fun, actually. It's being cast by Bay Stink and JR. And then at 9 Eastern on Saturday, Donde and I are casting a match between Tweeg and ESO Glotka. I don't know that person. Also a pro match. So, and then Sunday, we got 2 more. Rom Mexico versus Heat Shock. That is going to be outstanding. It's a hero match. I will be there for that one, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then 10 p.m. Eastern, Big Ted versus Medusas. Also hero. Well, this will be fun as well. Sundays can't miss Hearthstone for sure. And then if you want to see me make a fool of myself while casting a match, you can be there every Saturday, like 8-ish or 9-ish, whenever we end up streaming. So, yeah. And then just kind of keep an eye out in the Discord. We'll say when we're going live if anything does change. So, that's it for the show. I was waiting for someone to close it, and it's me. I was like, where?
So how do you feel about your first show, Travis?
Oh, I think it was great. I really enjoyed it. I love the vibe that we're sending off to the players. And right now, I'm definitely just looking for some unexpected, matchups coming up this week.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Legacy looks like it's going to be awesome again this season. Hero looks like it's going to be a grind because it's just everyone's good in Hero, it looks like. And Legacy looks like it's going to be just bonkers and fun. So, yeah, thanks for joining us, Travis. This is going to be a lot of fun, I think. Dusharmo, I think this is going to be great again. Super excited to be able to do this show. I have no idea where my son and wife went. My assumption is they were raptured. So I'm going to have to go watch the VOD to see where they went. So
look for the T-Rex.
Yeah. I mean, this is a 2-bedroom apartment, so they're either here or I don't know. So, but thank you all so much for hanging around. This is awesome. I love this show. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to try to do a little bit more with chat moving on. Maybe we'll see, depending on how hard it is.
Thank you guys for participating and talking with us here, keeping us busy.
Yeah. Always the most fun thing. So, yeah, we'll see you next Thursday at 6 Eastern. Oh, sorry, 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
Goodbye,
everybody. The normal time zone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I have no time for games.